What's up, interested parties? So today, I just wanted to talk about some things that were unexplainable. I'm absolutely sure there was no delusion involved. But before I do that, I did want to bring up one more person I saw in Las Vegas before I start. Matt LeBlanc. He was playing blackjack at Harrah's Casino. And I was walking down the hall, and he was looking right at me. He wasn't facing the dealer, he was facing the aisle, and I was walking down the aisle. I guess he expected, maybe people would start saying stuff like, "Hey, Matt," I knew he's from that show, Friends, but I didn't even know his name at the time. But I knew it was him. And, me, I just walk past him. I don't even know your name, dude. So I know you're a star, but I don't even know your name. It would be awkward to try to talk to you, because I don't even watch Friends. So I didn't. So here we go with this shit. Now, when I was young, I was riding my bike, my Stingray, really fast. Maybe it was a motocross. I forget. I was a little young for the motocross bike, the BMX bikes to come out. So it was a Stingray, I believe. I think I was about, I don't know, maybe 9. I was going really fast, and my tire went in a pothole because I wasn't paying attention, and the bike the physics caused the bike to go straight up. I flew off the bike, and I was kind of like spinning like that, and I came down, and when I came down, my body just went splat, and the back of my head hit the pavement so hard, it echoed in the neighborhood, and my friends couldn't believe it. Because after that happened, I got right up, and they were checking me for wounds before I even checked for wounds. They wanted to check for wounds. They were, "Are you all right? Are you all right?" I'm like, "Yeah." They explained they could hear my head echo, and I was like, "Yeah, I heard that too." And I felt back there, no blood at all. I actually went home because I was a little put off by that. I was like, this is strange. Maybe I better go home and tell my parents this happened because, this is a little kind of weird. I should be bleeding. I didn't even get a bump on my head. I mean, the next day came, I didn't have a bump on my head. I didn't have nothing. Not an indication that I hit myself or anything. So that was weird. And another time, we had these rope swings. They were coming off one big branch off an oak tree the ropes themselves were about 60 feet, maybe 50 feet high up, and we had the garage to run off of, and it was kind of like a one rope trapeze act. Each person had one rope. My friend, he had a foothold in his rope, and he just held the rope like this and put his foot in the foothold, and I had a hanging one, I liked the hanging one because it fucking gave me arm strength and shit. And I would run off the rope and cross his rope and jump off, and my body weight and inertia would yank against the rope that was twined, and it would yank him off the roof like a jet taking off. It was really cool. And we would just like orbit like this. And if we did it just a little off, we'd hit trees, other trees and stuff. Or there was one tree that was opposite the garage, and I would find my way over to that, and I would be able to get around it, and I could get around it, and I'd be way up. I'd be like 30 feet up. It was pretty cool, It was like, and anyway, but when we did the orbiting thing, we did so many things, and I fell so many times, and, I really never got hurt. And one time my friend, he was just had a ladder, and in his, I don't know, I forget if it was my yard or his, but yeah, it was his yard. He just climbed up like 2 steps or 3 steps off a ladder, and he fell off and he broke his foot. I don't know, how somebody does that, but anyway, I guess it's similar to spraining an ankle. It's just worse, but that was kind of weird. But one time we were doing that routine on our, on the swings, and we were orbiting, and then I went up on the roof, back on the roof. I swung back up on the roof, and I let his rope go, and he was swinging back. Or no, I was on the opposite tree away from the garage roof, and I was untwined from his rope, I guess that's how it worked out. I was untwined, but he was swinging, and for some reason he was using my handheld one this particular day, and he was all of a sudden he was going backwards, not facing the garage roof, and I was like, man, that's ignorant. Why didn't you turn around? Anyway, I didn't have time to go over it in my mind, but I'm like, hey, dude, jump! Are you going to hit the corner of the roof in the middle of your back? I was thinking that. I just said, jump, or you're going to get hurt more, And he didn't jump, and he hit the corner of the roof, broke the gutter, and some bricks actually came loose. And that dude fell down, and I think he got scratched up a little bit, and I was just lucky I didn't have a lawsuit on my hands. But another time, I was just doing my own thing, and the rope had already had some inertia and was kind of swinging back and forth. My rope, or I'm not sure whose rope it was, but I was this particular day, and I don't get drunk to do this stuff normally, so I was drunk this day. I jumped, and I guess I had a knot on the end of my shoelace, and it was untied, and it got caught somehow in the seam of the gutter or something, and it made me swing down faster than I would have fallen. It caused more inertia and swung me down straight into the tree stump that was on the ground there, fresh cut tree stump, and hit right where this General Electric is, right there on my forehead. I just went kink and tipped over like a stick. My friend said when I hit, I didn't even congeal on myself. I just landed, and it was like seeing a stick hit the ground and tip over. They couldn't believe it. They thought when I got up, I wouldn't get up, and I did. And they kind of went, what? Because they were like shocked that I should probably have a broken neck, right? So anyway, I got up, and yeah, I did get some numbness up there, but it didn't swell up or anything. And it was like I hit a tree stump. I didn't have a hat on. I wasn't even bleeding. So that was just weird. And that injury just healed up in no time at all. My head quit being numb, and I was good to go. Another time, in this particular time, I saw something with my own eyes that kind of really got me interested in, I guess you could say, a superior power like God and whatnot. I had a pretty heavy coffee mug. I was in my apartment in Las Vegas, and my cat was directly under it. And I don't know what happened when I grabbed the coffee cup. I don't know what happened. I dropped it, and I saw it kind of tumbling down. In the fraction of a second I had to look at it, it was kind of rolling. And then when it got right to where my cat's head was, which it was falling directly towards my cat's head, and that made me panic in that fraction of a second because I didn't want to hurt my cat or kill it, by that coffee cup would have probably too. And it fucking stopped like 2 inches from the cat's head. And it just continued to roll like it was when it was falling, but then it rolled over and away from the cat. The cat didn't even get hit. So it was like something stopped the coffee cup in time for it not to hit my cat and rolled it away from my cat. So I started going to church, man. I really did. I started going to church. I started looking for signs of God everywhere after that. Everything, it was all about God after that, because I was like, I just saw something happen that was, somebody helped prevent my cat from getting injured. They weren't, I didn't see them, but whoever it was, they did that. And so, yeah, I kind of believe in guardian angels. Or, I definitely believe in some kind of guardian angel. They're not always around for everyone, though. And in fact, there's been times where I have gotten hurt, physically hurt, I've never broken a bone, ever. And I've done crazy stuff that would have definitely broke most people's bones and whatnot. And so, anyway, I started looking in, for God and searching for God and in too many different kinds of ways. And I was getting answers, but they were more made up on my part. And I realized, I'm overdoing it. I'm overdoing trying to find out the reason behind these kinds of events, you know. So I finally, I don't know why, I just got upset. I just said, okay, I'm an atheist. I don't believe in God. Because if God existed, he would explain why he did those things for me. And why he didn't do things for like my brother. My brother had car accidents. He got injured. I mean, one time he had a head-on collision with another car. And with his friend in the car, they both got injured. And I mean, bad. And in fact, they had to pull off part of my brother's ass skin. And they, you know, surgically put it on his eyelid, made his new eyelid. So I called him Butthead for that shit. I thought that was kind of funny at the time, but yeah, man, he when he had injuries, man, he would really get injured. You know what I mean? Like full-fledged. So other things have happened that kind of don't make any sense. Like one time I had a lamp. It was in my bathroom. Not my bathroom. Actually, it was my sister's room, but sometimes when she wasn't home and there was somebody else using the other main bathroom, I would just use her bathroom to take a bath. And I was in there taking a bath, and I noticed somebody that was in the other room playing like really loud music. I guess it was my other sister or my brother, I'm not sure who. And the music was so loud, the lamp that I was using, because we were reconstructing that bathroom and the light on top the chandelier wasn't working, so so I had a fucking, you know, I just grabbed a lamp and I put it on the sink next to the bathtub, which was my mistake, okay? Obviously. But let me turn this fucking light. You know what? I don't need to turn that light on. So anyway, the vibration from the music, I could see the lamp starting to move off the sink. And before I had time to react, it fell into the bathtub that I was taking a bath, you know? And man, you know, my heart just went 1,000 times, you know, because I thought for sure I'm going to die here, you know. But when it fell in, you know, the electricity was bad, and I don't care what anyone says, you don't get shocked in water that bad or whatever. I was getting shocked. I don't care what anyone says. I could barely move. Or I was getting shocked. And I guess because the contact from the lamp was so close to my skin that it made my entire body, you know, get electrocuted. And so every now and then I would like go like this, you know, in a convulsion type way. And I thought to myself, because I was still able to think, I was like, next time that convulsion comes, I'm going to try to direct it over towards the edge of the bathtub and see if I can roll out of this fucking bathtub. And so another one came, and I did that, and I got up and I gripped it. And then, you know, I used all my strength and I rolled out of the bathtub. Anyway, I was butt naked, kind of walked into my mom and dad's room, and they said I was ghost white and my wet hair was standing up, which I don't know if I even believe that. But anyway, because, I mean, it's not that much of electricity coming out of a, you know, outlet, you know. But anyway, they said I was ghost white, and yeah, I believe that. I believe I was ghost white. But yeah, something there, you know, happened to me, and I was able to get out of that as well without any side effects. And you know, I can remember so many times where I should have broken bones and I never did. You know, I used to copy this guy in the neighborhood a little bit. Well, I heard stories about him being, let's wait till this goes by. Okay, I heard stories from this other friend of my brother's, how he used to do all this crazy stuff. So, you know, that's how I kind of got into the being kind of crazy type. I built a tree house that was like 100 feet up in the air. And a friend of mine, Mike McCarthy, actually helped me build it. I was surprised that Mike McCarthy was, you know, because it was dangerous to climb that and build that tree house up there. We didn't have any like ropes. We weren't tied up to the tree or anything. We were just, you know, fucking building it, you know, pulling wood up and building it as we went. Anyway, that treehouse got built. Nobody got injured. But anyone else that fucking climbed that treehouse, they fucking fell. I don't know why. I mean, like Jim Jockinafer's friend of mine, he climbed it. He claimed he fell, and I don't exactly remember him falling. But then another friend, he climbed it halfway up, and he fell, and he landed flat on his back. And I remember that because I was above him, and I thought, oh, for sure, you know, he's gonna have trouble breathing from that landing, you know. And he did. I got down as fast as I could to help him. But yeah, it seems like everyone other than me would get injured just doing the most simple things, and I would always fucking come out on top without broken bones or anything, or even, you know, even if I did have an accident. And so anyway, those are a couple stories I wanted to share with you tonight. It's getting a little dark. Sun's going down. I'm losing light. I mean, I could turn this on and go on, but I don't want to bore you guys to death with all my stories. I mean, because I got a shitload of them. Got a shitload of stories. But anyway, you guys just keep hanging in there. I'm trying to get 100 subscribers so I can go live. Big deal, go live, you know. But anyway, if I can make 100 subscribers, I'll go live and they'll be able to do chat. It'll be a little more interesting. Maybe I'll even be able to, I think you can do commercials after you get so many subscribers, but that'll probably take forever. And, you know, actually make money. And in the future, I plan, this is what I plan. My plan is to eventually fly to destinations and fly to places that are unexpected for most people that want to do a travel vlog, if you want to call it that. Like, I want to go to I want to go to places and like fly a helicopter on the outskirts of Dugway Proving Grounds and just like zoom in with a infrared camera or something and see, you know, I just want to do stuff that, you know, I want to see. First of all, I want to know how far that goes down. Dugway Proving Grounds in Utah. I don't give a fuck if they call it espionage. If I'm not on their property, then they can't say that. You know what I mean? I want to figure a way to know how deep their fucking underground installations are. You know, there's no reason why we should be in the dark about all this shit. You know, of course I won't go on their property, but I want to get some really heavy duty camera equipment in the future. And I want to use every tactic available to know how deep their installations are, how far under they go. I probably wouldn't be able to do Area 51 because once you go over a ridge of a mountain there, you're in trouble. I mean, you're in trouble before you go over a ridge of a mountain. But Dugway is different because you could fly on the public land. It's all flat around there. And you could basically point, you know, whatever kind of specialized camera you have towards the location, maybe get some results. I don't know if the technology is that good or not. But yeah, I want to know, I want them to be accountable. You know, our military has too many secrets. I want them to be accountable, you know. I mean, like, I've had a friend threatened, you know, by military with no name tags, no fucking insignias, no nothing. And they threatened his life. And they told him to tell me the same shit that if I talk, you know, the same shit will happen. Okay, so I'm not a big fan of that motherfucking kind of shit, okay? You know, I love America, but I don't like people to fucking own us, you know? Nobody can fucking own me personally, man. I'm not going to let my fucking government own me. That's for damn sure. Okay, peace, guys. Later.